Hello and welcome back to Exothermic Plays Games. I'm Exothermic and the date today is Wednesday, March 13th, 2024. That means it's the 73rd day of ranking my favorite video games through each day of the year. Coming in at number 294 is Scribblenauts Unlimited. In the Scribblenauts games, you use a magical notepad to essentially edit the world around you to solve puzzles and fix the problems of those you run into. You can write nouns to create items or even living things to place into the world, or affix adjectives to already existing things to modify them in some way. There's two types of puzzles in Scribblenauts Unlimited. In addition to the traditional staged puzzles with specific problems for you to solve, there's a slight world exploration element. You'll find many puzzles from strangers in the world with more open-ended explanations of what ails them, leaving you to figure out what they actually want achieved. Scribblenauts Unlimited brought the popular handheld action puzzle franchise to main consoles and PC for the first time, allowing for a much larger game with way more content than its predecessors. You'll notice that this is the first mention of Scribblenauts on the channel, but it won't be the last. While there is way more stuff you can make on Unlimited, which supposedly supports the use of over 22,000 unique words, due to the sheer size of the dictionary in the game, they didn't have the time to properly make sure things interacted in all of the ways you might think. After that caused a lot of failure and disappointment from what I thought were more creative solutions, it led to me frequently using the same handful of items and adjectives to find solutions to the puzzles. Don't get me wrong, I love Scribblenauts, and despite the huge amount of puzzles available in this game, I've done them all and got the full 100% achievement completion on Steam, but near the end, some of the solutions were getting pretty repetitive, so it turned into a bit of a slog. Speaking of the Steam version of the game, you can actually make custom items to upload to the Steam Workshop. I've never uploaded anything, but you can get some pretty fun stuff like new avatars for your character, or entirely new items to make that definitely don't infringe on any copyrights at all, not even one. Despite getting every achievement and solving every puzzle, I'm still finding ways to breathe new life into this game. The thought hadn't occurred to me until I was recording gameplay for this video, but it turns out the game is supported in several languages, including German. I studied German many years ago in high school, but I've gotten extremely rusty without any reason or way to practice it really since then. And now I'm going to use Scribblenauts Unlimited as a way to do so, both learning a lot of new words in the process and reinforcing my already existing vocabulary. Scribblenauts Unlimited is a game with a huge variety of puzzles, and while not everything works out the way you might think, has huge avenues to flex your creative muscles, allowing endless opportunities to experiment and try things in different ways. Join me tomorrow as I talk about the 293rd game on my list, where I time travel for jigsaw puzzles.